Hey guys, Pando checking in once again from the lab. Today I wanted to do another video review of the barbell of my favorite barbell, basically my most favorite barbell that I have in my collection. I'm going to do this review a little bit differently, and I wanted to do it by comparing it to two other barbells. Note that these three barbells are, they look alike, but they're all for different purposes. All right, so we'll start by showing you the barbell. This is the Eleiko competition barbell. I'm going to start by telling you the specs on it and price. This is actually the middle barbell, as you can see right here. The Eleiko, it's IWF certified for competition. It is exact specifications by the International Weightlifting Federation. It is this bar, which means basically they could use this bar in competition up to and not only the Olympics. The top of the game. Anyways, the two bars that I have it compared to, which I've already done a video review of, is basically the Rogue Barbell 2.0 and the Ohio Power Bar. So as you can see, the Eleiko Power Bar it's specifically only for weightlifting. I have this bar. I bought these other two bars. This barbell I only use for things on the platform. I use it for snatches, I use it for cleans, sometimes I use it for deadlifts, but this bar will never see a rack. I don't want to damage the knurl. The knurl is way too nice to damage on a rack. The only time it is used would be on the platform. That's it. Quick overview: the Ohio Power Bar. I use it for the bench squat, deadlift. It's in bare steel, as you can see right there. It's not nearly as shiny as the polished chrome that the Eleiko competition bar has, but it is shinier than the black zinc that the Rogue Bar 2.0 has. So first we'll start off with the finishes. Like I said, this is bare steel. It requires a lot more maintenance because it oxidizes a lot faster. There's no protection, so you have to do a lot more care to it. This is black zinc. The black zinc feels very similar to a bare steel feel because it's not as thick as a polished chrome would feel. But and this is the polished chrome. This is protected from very well protected from rust, and it has a very shiny look to it. Very cold, very luxurious feel to the polished chrome. We'll talk about the knurl marks. In comparison to the other two, the Eleiko competition barbell has an Olympic knurl mark. As you can see, this is the powerlifting knurl in the Ohio Power Bar. It's a lot wider out because a lot of people gauge this grip when they do the snatch grip for the Olympic snatch, hang snatch, any of those types of lifts. As you can see, the Rogue Bar 2.0 has the multi-grip. So you have both the Olympic and the powerlifting knurl marks. So this is basically a multi-purpose bar. It's great for everything, training in terms of powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting, but it's the best for, say, high rep WODs, CrossFit workouts, things like that. Now we'll talk about the sleeves. The sleeves are all basically the same length in diameter, and they are all about 50 millimeters in thickness. They fit everything that is IWF, IPF certified Olympic weights. They all have ridges, helps keep the bar on, and somebody told me it also helps you slip things on. It's polished chrome throughout. It's shiny. It looks really badass. All these bars actually look really sweet. They all have their own specific look. The Eleiko competition barbell has this end cap right here. It's 20 kilograms Eleiko made in Sweden. Everybody has seen this end cap. This is probably one of the most recognizable end caps in the world. It's used in most weightlifting competitions out there. Top of the line, guys. Inside the sleeves of the bar, you'll see that this is a bushing barbell. It's a composite bushing, and this is a bronze bushing. But in the Eleiko, they have actually needle bearings, which actually gives it a great spin. The reason for these bearings is the fact that when you torque your wrists at such a high speed in terms of the snatch and the clean, you want the weight to spin to protect your wrists from receiving so much torque. So a bar that spins this well basically acts as a sort of a wrist straps to protect your wrist and prevent you from getting injured. And it's not just your wrist that get injured when you're constantly torquing. It would also be your elbows and your shoulders. So it protects downstream, as they say. The steel on these three, they're all very different. Sorry guys, 1 second. This is European steel. This is the best. This is top of the line. And these two are made by Rogue in America. This is 190,000. The Rogue Bar 2.0 pounds per square inch tensile strength. This is 205,000 per square inch tensile strength. And the European steel here is 215,000 tensile strength. I attribute the strength of this steel very much to the way they make it in Europe. And this is actually, this barbell right here, the Ohio Power Bar, is 29 millimeters in thickness. As you can see, if you look closely, you'll notice that it's a little bit thicker than this because the Eleiko weightlifting barbell is 28 millimeters in thickness. 28 millimeters in thickness is great if you like to do the hook grip. It makes it easier. The Ohio Power Bar is thicker. So, you know, it's not necessarily as good, but it's still not very difficult to do the hook grip on this one. They're all great barbells again. Anyways, so like I was saying, the steel here, it's the European steel. I really like it because of the fact that it is extremely strong, stronger than these other two, but also they provide an amazing whip to it. The whip is very noticeable in lifts like the clean and jerk at weights over 300 pounds. Anything under that, you don't necessarily get the benefit of the whip. Everyone talks about the whip, but it's something you only really experience at the upper echelons of the weight that you can do per rep. The knurling on these bars, they all feel extremely different. The Rogue 2.0, it's very passive. And the Eleiko competition barbell grips right back. It's an amazing knurl. It's really sharp right here on the outside, very sharp. But it doesn't have a cheese grater feel like the Ohio Power Bar. This is a cheese grater. This actually grips right back. It's aggressive, but not too aggressive. On a scale, I would rate this a 7. I would rate the sharpness of the knurl on the Rogue Power Bar 3, and I would rate this bar probably an 8.5 or a 9 in terms of sharpness. But this bar will tear your hands up if you're not used to it. But it's perfect. It's probably my favorite knurl in the world. The center knurl, as you can see right here, it's much more passive, which means it won't tear up your front chest or back when you're doing lifts with it. Now everyone talks about the spin of the Eleiko weightlifting competition barbell. They're known for their spin. Like I said earlier, it basically protects your wrists and from the torque, protects your basically everything downstream, wrist, elbows, and shoulders. So I'm going to show you the spin without the weights. Beautiful, very quiet. As you can see, the sleeves doesn't make any noise when you do this way. It's very tight inside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spin it with a plate, and I'm going to have to speed this up because this lasts a long time. That was actually moderate amount of strength that I used to spin it. I didn't even really use a lot of force to do it. As you can see, the spin is very quiet. It's extremely smooth. This is what this spin of the Eleiko weightlifting barbell is what all other barbells are measured up to. It's basically the best spin that you will have. And I've tried many bars out there, and this is probably my favorite. Very smooth. It's amazing. I can keep talking. But I'll speed this up right now. Anyways, it's I'm gonna have to stop it because it's still going. But as you can see, it's been going on for more than a minute now. But that's an amazing spin. It's wonderful. It's good for protecting your body and helping you with your technique. All right, guys. So when it comes to price, these three barbells are all of great value, except for this one. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is a really expensive bar. The Rogue Bar 2.0 cost me $250 face value, as well as the Ohio Power Bar. Both of these put together is not even half of what this costs. A lot of companies provide Eleiko weightlifting bars for sale. I know Elite FDS sells it, Rogue Fitness sells it, Eleiko Shop USA also sells it. The price on this bar is not cheap, although there are some deals out there that you can find. It's approximately $150. $150 American, so with shipping and tax it's still a little bit more, but for me it's worth twice that. I love this bar. It's an amazing barbell. It feels really, really good in my hands. I wouldn't do Olympic weightlifting without it. It's basically the pride of my gym.
Real shit, been a liar. Walk up to the bitch, told her I. Good witness on this one.